Working the oblique muscles are sometimes underrated in my opinion. Obliques are the muscles that run along the sides of your core. Your external and internal obliques help you bend from side to side. They protect your spine and they help you with rotational movements. Strengthening and increasing the flexibility in your obliques will give you the ability to move in ways that you likely won't be able to master if you have weak oblique muscles. We're going to start by putting our feet apart, about 4 of your fists width apart, making sure your legs are parallel to one another. Now, bend your knees and do a pelvic tilt. A pelvic tilt is like scooping a scoop of ice cream. Scoop your pelvis forward and tighten your glute or butt muscles and tighten your abdominal or stomach muscles while doing this. All of this isolates your lower half so you can move your upper half only. We don't want any assistance from our lower half. The last thing we'll do as a check is to hold our hips where our hip bones are. And you'll be able to tell if you're moving your hips or not. Now, stretch to one side as far as you can. Take it slow during this level 1 oblique isolation exercise. We don't want any assistance from momentum. Now move to the other side slowly. Stretch as far as you can. Let's do this several times, from one side to the other, slowly and stretching. When you first start doing this, you'll probably not be able to move very far, but now stretch to the other side again. But as you build your oblique muscle strength to move from side to side, keep stretching, then you'll be able to stretch that muscle further and further by having your hips held by your hip bones. You should not feel that lower half moving. Remember, the point at level 1 is to go slow. Momentum is not your friend. But slow moves, we are consciously tightening, almost resisting movement will build those muscles the quickest. So that's side to side, but we also have to build our muscles front to back. So what we're going to do is assume the same position. 4 fist widths apart, bend your knees, scoop your pelvis like an ice cream scoop, and you're making the letter C with your body. Now, tighten those glute muscles, tighten your stomach muscles. It's as if someone had punched you in the gut, and then you're going to slowly move your rib cage in the opposite way towards the front. You're sticking out your chest as much as you can. Now, slowly go back into that letter C and stick out your chest. Now, keep doing this motion slowly, remembering to make the letter C, and then in the front, you're sticking out your chest. And you're slowly tensing all the muscles that you're moving when you go backwards and forwards. It's almost as if you're resisting the movement, but pushing it as far forward as you possibly can. And that's all there is to the first level of isolation exercises for your obliques. When you first start doing these movements, you might not like how little you can move your rib cage without moving your hips at the same time, but in time, you'll build your oblique muscles and you'll move a little more and more. You'll have more control over your body's movements. This is the first level of exercises because you have to be able to move or articulate these fine movements first before you know what it's supposed to feel like, but also so that you can build your oblique muscles, strength and flexibility. And that's how you'll find what your outer limit is. Now, let's graduate up to the level 2 exercises that will increase your ability even more to move in ways you haven't before.